Did you know you're already an expert at learning languages? Seriously, if you can speak one language, which you already do, English, then you can speak them all. It's all about how you acquire a language. Because in order to speak a language, we have to acquire it, which is a weird word. It's not like learn. We're not learning a language, we're acquiring it. The difference is we're not going to study Spanish. We're not going to learn all about all the grammar parts and all those sorts of things. We're going to acquire it, which means we're just going to soak it up. I want you to think of it like a sponge. Here's a sponge. Bright pink sponge, right? This sponge is dry. When I squeeze it, nothing comes out of it. That's because it doesn't have any water in it. So if you're learning a language, and I'm just talking about Spanish in English to you, and you're never actually hearing it or reading it, that means I'm speaking about Spanish, blah, 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 in English. You're not soaking in any Spanish, right? So you're not going to start speaking it because there's nothing, you haven't got any what's called input. I haven't spoken any Spanish for you to be able to speak it. But when I fill this sponge with water, fill it totally up with water, give it lots of input like I'm going to do for Spanish with you, it's dripping out without me even squeezing. That's what's going to happen. You guys are just going to start speaking Spanish on your own without me doing anything. And then when I give you more opportunities to do it, it's just going to pour out of you like a sponge. But that's because I'm loading you with input. Just like your aunt or your grandma or your mom or your dad or your uncle or your cousin or whoever got you to speak as good as you do in English. You speak English so well. Whoever did that for you did what I am going to do for you in Spanish. They are expert language teachers or language facilitators. I am an expert Spanish facilitator, and I am going to fill you up with tons of input until all of a sudden you're just bleh, it's spilling out of your mouth. I'm so excited. It should be so easy to acquire your second language. It should feel just as it did when you were a baby, listening to all that English, soaking it in, and eventually starting to speak it. That's how it should feel in my class too. Let's get started. I can't wait. And if you've had me before, then you already know all these things. Woo, woo.